Hello! This is a woody fragrances video, and I have a very complex relationship with woody fragrances. I sometimes like them a lot and crave them, and the other times I feel like they're too masculine and honestly I couldn't wear them at all, or they feel too heavy and suffocating or something. Like, I am a complex person. I sometimes have these moods where I want to go for complex woody fragrances, and honestly I don't know a lot about woody fragrance notes because I have very little woody fragrances because I, as I said, have a complex relationship with them. So like this video is about my woody fragrances and I have 5. So in this video we're going through those 5 and I'm gonna talk about them. But yeah, yesterday what spurred this on actually is like yesterday I had this craving. It was really hot, and honestly I do not understand why I got this craving, but I got this craving that I want to wear a really deep woody fragrance, and for that I decided to wear Lattafa's Raghba, which is one of my favorite woody fragrances, and that's what kind of inspired this video. So yeah, let's get into it. I have 5 here, as I said, and I think I'm gonna go from the least powerful to the most powerful in order to not blow out my nose because if I do it the other way around it's gonna be harder. So yeah, I'm not very good at remembering all the notes in this, so I'm gonna because these have many notes, okay, and honestly it's very hard for me to kind of tell you each note, and I'm very bad at discerning different woody notes. I just know what kind of wood it is, like what it smells like to me. So we're going by my olfactory experience here. So yeah, the first one I'm gonna talk about is actually pretty good for summertime, and this is Extreme Oriental by Louis Varel. I have 2 Louis Varel fragrances, and this one is my Oriental fragrance. So yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, let's spray a bit more. Woo! This house is gonna smell like sauna, because sauna smells like wood, but like this one is a really nice, very likable wood and smack dab in the middle, unisex. Honestly, this is very sweet, very nice, inviting. I get some green aspects in this, and it's weird, but this one has civet in it, but it does not smell a lot like civet. So there's just a little bit in the base notes, I think. But this one has a lot of different kind of greener aspect things, like rosemary, I think, and I think patchouli and something else, and also a lot of different woods that I can't remember. But I can tell you what it smells like to me. I get this slight bergamotiness somewhere in there, so there's a slight fresh fruitiness, but it's on the sweet side. It's not tart in any way. There's definitely a green aspect, but it's also not a very fresh green. It's just a nuance in the background, which I like. Honestly, it's not too fresh or too green or anything. It's not swampy in any way. Just a really pretty scent. Honestly, it smells like a very dry wood that you've a pine wood type of thing, a little bit, but very dry, you know, just cut like that. And well, not just cut and dried, that kind, okay? And I think that this is very pretty. I like all the nuances in it. It has a lot of different notes, but it's so soft. I actually really like this for summer and winter time. So this is one of my most versatile and soft woody fragrances. So I tend to gravitate towards this a lot when I want something not offensive but very neutral unisex, something like that. So yeah, very pretty, I like it. So here, and what I get with this is like 45 hours of lasting power, so it's pretty okay. I paid 20 euros for this one, so in that way, really good one. Next up, I'm gonna talk about Raghba, because I really love this fragrance. Honestly, this is such a girly oud, okay? Like, this is the girly girl oud. It has so much vanilla and like straight up sugar. It smells like oud, vanilla and sugar. And like, wow, you don't need a lot of it. It has a definite oud note, so like you gotta like oud. You gotta like that kind of resinous oudiness, and like there's a tiny bit of incensiness in it also, and it's a little funky. It's just a tiny bit funky, but mainly it's just like vanilla and sugar with a tiny bit of oud. Like, it leans very Middle Eastern, but it's definitely like a feminine Middle Eastern fragrance. And honestly, like, I've gotten a couple of compliments on this, so it's a very well liked fragrance. But I've also heard that some people don't like it because of the funkiness. Like, there's a tiny bit of a little bit funky oud in this that turns this into, some people say that they smell like a sweet saliva note, which sounds disgusting as fuck. I don't get that. Honestly, I don't get that. I just get like a little funky oud, as oud is usually a little bit funky, and just like vanilla and a ton of sugar, like diabetes level sugary, okay? Like, that's what I get from this fragrance. It's a super long lasting fragrance. I get like 8 to 12 hours on this. It's nice on the skin. I feel like it's very warm and sexy even. And I just, if you like Middle Eastern vibes and you are into like woods and you want a girly woody fragrance, like, this is your best bet. And this is honestly a little synthetic, just a bit of a synthetic oud. But if you can live with that, like, it's a good bet, okay? Like, you get this for something like 14-15 euros. It's not expensive at all. And especially when it matures, it gets really nice. Like, look at this. This has macerated for a couple of years and it's gotten really dark and mysterious and sexy, okay? And the vanilla is getting better and better and better in this. So it's a cool fragrance to have in your collection, in my opinion. So yeah, Lattafa Raghba. Yep. Then next up, this is my like the best likable oud, okay? Like, this is again Lattafa, and this is called Ameer Oud Intense, and this is the closest to actual sauna wood. Like, you go to sauna and you just, if you were to like burn some wood in the sauna, like, this is exactly what it would smell like to me. I love it. It has this very beautiful, very beautiful vanilla note in there. It is smack dab unisex in my opinion. Very nice, very pretty, soft, simple, very simple woody fragrance, okay? Like, it's just dry beautiful wood and vanilla, and that's it, okay? There's no woodiness in this. I know it says Ameer Oud Intense, but the wood in this is like zero, okay? It's not woody, it's just woody, okay? No funkiness, no like barnyardy anything. This is just like perfect. Honestly, like perfect woody scent, and I tend to use it a lot because I like it. I also love the fact that this is a beast. It works great. It lasts a super long time. I get like 12 hours on this, with moderate projection, so it's really likable. And honestly, when I have that craving for some woodiness, like this is the one that I usually go for, or the Louis Varel one, like one of those two. But yeah, this is just so sexy to me. There's something sexy about this scent. I don't know what that is. If it was on a man, I'd feel like they're the most calming, loving, amazing, warm person ever. Like, that's what I get from this. This is amazing. I love it. And this is like all year round fragrance in my opinion. I know that many people say that this kind of fragrances are for winter, but there's this very beautiful aspect in them that when your skin warms up, like it kind of brings out the vanilla in this real nicely, and I feel like it works on a like colder summer day, okay, also very nicely. Like if you have a little bit colder summer day, like it's gonna be really good. Yeah, absolutely love this one. I think that this is the most balanced of the ones that I've shown you this far. Like this has the nicest blend of things and it's in perfect balance. So yeah, definitely if you're getting into woody fragrances, like I think that this is a really nice like beginner oud that would be likable and that would give you kind of a Middle Eastern vibe without going too far. Like absolutely a good beginner oud. So yeah, Ameer Al Oud Intense by Lattafa. Whoa, and then we're going to the big sister or big brother of that fragrance, and this is a really powerful fragrance. Oh my god, I'm a little bit afraid of putting this on because this is a beast. This is Majd Al Sultan by Asdaaf, and this is a little bit similar to the fragrance I showed you just now, but this is way smokier, more mentholic. Actually, let's spray it. This is a beast. It honestly stays for like 24 hours. You don't need much. Like I'm gonna put on one spray and it's gonna smell so much. Whoa. So yeah, this is like a darker, sexier, more wintry version of Ameer Al Oud Intense. Like they're very similar, especially in the dry down, but this is dark smoky version of that. Okay, so this one, it has this kind of almost mentholic top with incense, like black smoky incense, okay? And like you get that all throughout the fragrance, so it has this dark masculine current in it. I think that this is way more masculine. But this is such an addicting scent in some ways, but definitely for winter time. You cannot wear this during summertime. This is absolutely way too powerful for that. This is one of my most long-lasting and most powerful fragrances. Honestly, very sexy. I feel like people who like interlude man but would want something more wearable would definitely enjoy this one, because this has the same kind of vibe, okay? This has that kind of like darkness and things without being overly leathery and green, because Amouage Interlude Man has that kind of greenness and that kind of leather that's a little bit heavy, okay? A little bit unwearable. This, however, has the same kind of mood and that darkness and kind of like, ooh, sexy, dark, mysterious man. That kind of vibe, but it's so much more likable, okay? So yeah, definitely if you are into like dark, smoky, incensey, kind of like super smoky fragrances, like you'd love this, okay? It has the same kind of like, but darker, almost like the wood in this is like burnt wood aspect, okay? But yeah, it's sexy, it's interesting, I like the menthol note in it. It kind of gives it a little bit freshness. There's like this fresh aromatic quality to it. It definitely makes it lean more masculine. So if you are a woman, maybe you need to like that in a fragrance to be able to pull this off. but honestly, like, this is one of my favorites. I just get to wear it a little too little because this is like a true winter fragrance. Honestly, this is such a beast. But yeah, so Majd Al Sultan by Asdaaf, and again, like 24 hours with a couple of sprays on this bad boy, it's a beast. Okay, so yeah, and last but not least, we've got one of my ultimate cheapies, Levine For Her. And this is a sandalwood fragrance, so we're getting away from that cedarwood, oud type of thing and going for more creamy, kind of, in my opinion, more likable woods. But this is a kind of like sandalwood and floral fragrance with green aspects also. Especially you get the marigold in this, so it's mainly a marigold and sandalwood fragrance. And honestly, I feel like this one kind of has a very unique DNA. It's very aromatic, green, unisex, kind of a very, very interesting note thing. I have never smelled anything like this. This is definitely not a safe blind buy, but it's a very intriguing scent story, honestly. I love the marigold plus sandalwood thing in this. I think it smells really good of skin. I feel like it gives you this kind of glow, almost like goddessy glow. It's very natural smelling. It's very nature forward with that kind of aromatic presence, you know. It's a very fun fragrance. But there is some part of me that doesn't like aromatics as much. Like, I sometimes have a problem with super aromatic green fragrances and chypres, and this has some sort of that kind of like chypre, fougere, something like that aspect that I'm not a completely 100% sure about. This has been macerating for a couple of years, and I feel like it has made this so much nicer. It has become so much creamier. The sandalwood is kind of aging really well, and I feel like I should wear more of this. This is again one of those fragrances that I really like the sandalwood in it, and I like the marigold, but it's a little bit too strong in this fragrance. Like, I wish the marigold wasn't as strong and I would wear this way more. But yeah, even though this is a her fragrance, like, this to me is unisex leaning masculine. I don't know. In my opinion, it's super weird that it's a her fragrance because I feel like this is way more like masculine, but that's just my opinion. Like, unisex masculine leaning. And honestly, like, anyone could rock this. It gives a certain type of a little bit mature vibe, like I'd say 30 plus would be better for this. It has some vintage element in my opinion. There's some vintageness about it. But yeah, the DNA is unique, and for the low price of like 15 euros, this is a very nice fragrance to get, okay? But yeah, this is the last one of the bunch. And so yeah, Levine Her. And that's all my woody fragrances. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're not subscribed already, I make fragrance videos all the time, and you subscribing and liking this video really helps out the channel. So maybe if you could do that for me, I'd be appreciative of it, okay? So yeah, that's everything, and I feel like I might be actually wearing Raghba today. I have a Raghba mood, so probably gonna be wearing Raghba. But yeah, that's the woody fragrances. I hope you guys like this video, and I see you guys in my next one. Bye!